Hi, in this video I'll be showing you this. It's the Beko WDL742441 washer-dryer. And what I want to do today is to show you around the washer-dryer, some of the features and benefits that it offers. But just before I start, some of my subscribers have commented that I could do with a new microphone because sometimes the sound on some of the videos are not that great. So if you have noticed, some of my subscribers, then I have got a cheeky little microphone here. I've got a Rode wireless one. So what I want is your feedback. If you've listened to quite a few of my videos, then I want the honest feedback on what you think to the audio quality during this video. If you don't subscribe, then you can just give us a quick thumbs up, click subscribe. What I do is I talk about household appliances like these. I do specialise in cordless vacuums, and there's normally a bit of tech in there as well. So just give us a quick subscribe, then we'll make a start. Recently I've done quite a few videos on washer dryers, and for some people it's quite an alien concept, having both appliances in one. But sometimes if you really are short of space, if you've only got space for one appliance, then a washer-dryer could be a really useful item to have. The maximum load on this that you can put in is up to 7 kilograms for the washing and 4 kilograms for the drying process. So in theory, if you were to put a full load in, you would need to take roughly half of it out before you put it through the drying cycle. If you don't, if you were just to leave it all in, so if you put a full 7 kilogram in, then what you'll find is it will take a long time to dry. As far as the dimensions on this washer dryer, you're looking at the width, you're looking around 60 centimeters or 23.5 inches. The height on it should be pretty standard. It's around 84 centimeters or just over 33 inches. But the main thing that really stands out for me on this one, compared to a lot of other washer dryers, is the depth, so front to back. I know that we've sold several washer dryers of this model purely because of the depth. Put my teeth back in. So on this model, including the pipes at the back, which you need to allow a little bit of space for, to the front here, you're looking around 47 centimeters or around 18.5 inches. If you were to include the door as well, then clearly that's going to make it quite a bit deeper. But even then, you're looking around 52 centimeters or around 20.5 inches. So if you really are limited for space, as far as the depth of the machine, which quite a few people are, it depends how the water pipes or gas pipes behind the machine lie, then you could find that this could be the machine for you. So the program selector in the middle is the on and off operator as well. So all you need to do is you just turn it to whichever program you want. You can go either way, so it doesn't matter which way you go. What I want to do is I just want to run through some of the programs and things like some of the water levels that they use and the load sizes, because don't assume that just because you've selected a program that you can put a full load in. There are not many programs on here where you can use the full load. So the first one is the cotton program. This is probably the most flexible program in the terms of the temperature range. So you will find that you can go all the way up to 90 degrees on this, and as you see it goes down 60, 40 degrees, 30, 20, and then it's just washing in the temperature that's arriving in there. So it's normally pretty cold, especially this time of year. It's early January for us in the UK and it's freezing cold at the moment. As far as the spin speed, the maximum spin speed on this machine is up to 1200, and as you can see there's quite a good range of spin speeds underneath. So you've got 1000, 800, 600, and then you can carry on through to the no spin option at the bottom there. What you'll find is clearly if you're going to have it on the maximum spin speed of 1200, then the water extraction should be a lot better than if you've got it on, say, the 600 spin. That's something to try and point out, because clearly if you want to reduce the time in the tumble dryer, then you want to try and have it spinning as quickly as possible. But first of all, the cotton program, so with that one, as I mentioned, you can put the full 7 kilogram load in. You will find that the water consumption on that one, you're looking around 94 litres, so it does use quite a bit of water. The next option on here is the Eco 40 to 60. Something I haven't really mentioned so far is the wash times. So on this program you're looking at around 2.5 hours. For the first program around 2 hours 15, so there's not too much difference between the two. But what you will find is that the water consumption on this program is a lot less. So you're only looking around 44 litres of water compared to 94 litres of water for the cotton program. Now that's something that, again, in some of my recent videos, I've tried to talk about eco programs against quicker programs. Now for some people you might put it on the cotton program thinking it's quite an energy efficient program, but if you've got this machine I'd certainly recommend looking at the Eco 40-60 because it's using less than half the amount of water. And I suppose some people will say, well, I'm not on a water meter so it doesn't really matter. Well, it does, because it means there's a lot less water to heat up. So you're saving quite a chunk of electricity as well. And again, you've got the same flexibility as far as the spin speeds on here. The only thing that tends to vary is that you can only select either a 40 or 60 degree program on here. So if you do need the 90 degree, then I would recommend going for the cotton program. But if you're going to wash it, say a normal 40 degree, then certainly stick with the Eco 40-60. As we come round, you've got the synthetic program. With that one, that's a maximum load of up to 3 kilograms. Then you've got a couple of the specialised programs. So you've got the hand wash program. With that one, that's mainly at a 40 degree or 30. So it's some of the lower temperatures. You can't go any higher than that. With that one, that's a much smaller load. That's only up to 1.5 kilograms. And again, you'll find that the wash times do vary quite a bit. And the next program on here is actually almost 3 programs in one. First of all, you've got a quick program. So they on this machine they call it a quick. On one of the sister models, sister company called Blomberg, they call it fast full load. Essentially it's the same sort of program. And what this means is that you can actually do a full load of 7 kilograms in around 28 minutes. Now in theory, I suppose for some people that's brilliant. If you've got a wash that has to be done really quickly. And the other bonus is that you've got the option to go all the way up to 90. And again, you've got the temperatures all the way underneath that. As far as the spin speed, you can go up to 1200. I do find it a little bit annoying that it tends to start at 600. I'm not quite sure. When you select the program, I'm not sure why it doesn't go up to the 1200. Personally, I think that would be a much better idea. Now the next part of this program is called the Super Quick option, and to enable that you just press the Fast Plus button, and what you'll find is that that will reduce the time even further down to 19 minutes. Now I suppose some people are thinking, you know, how can you do a wash in 19 minutes? Well, first of all, it's only a 2 kilogram load, so compared to the first option on here, that was the option to wash as a full load. So this is a maximum of 2 kilograms, which again is really good. Yeah, if you need to give the kids' uniform a really quick wash, then this could be a good option for you. You will find you have got the option to change the temperature, but if you do go all the way up to 90 degrees and some of the higher temperatures, then it does really increase the wash time. So it's kind of defeats the object of having it labelled as a quick option. And again, you can spin at a higher spin speed, but again it does increase the time on here. And the next part of this program, if you're really in a hurry, is called the Fast Plus, and again it's for a 2 kilogram load. My main comment would be that for these programs you are still using around 39 litres of water. So as I've mentioned in some of my recent videos, don't assume just because it's a really quick program that it's using a fraction of the amount of water. So if you bear in mind that 39 litres of water for these programs in around 15 to 20 minutes compared to 44 litres of water for the Eco 40-60. My main comment would be, if you have got the time, try and use some of the longer programs, because what you will find is that the washing performance on some of these longer programs will be a lot better than some of these quick programs. What you'll also find is that it tends to look after the machine a lot better if you are doing normal longer washes than using the quick programs all the time. But anyway, that's my take on it. The next program on here, so you've got something called downwear. You've got quite a few different specialised programs. I won't go into too much detail on these. You have got downloaded program, because what you can do is you have got the option to connect your phone or tablet up to this. That's what this option, it's got a little Bluetooth symbol on the front here. So you can actually download extra programs on here, which is a brilliant idea. It's something that quite a few manufacturers are doing now. And what you find over years as technology comes on, and I suppose as manufacturers of powder and detergent improve those as well, then it just gives the manufacturers and detergent manufacturers the option to collaborate together and to enable to put new programs into the machine. The next option on here is the spin and drain. Now clearly we're not going to be washing anything or rinsing anything, so you can't change the temperature of the wash on this cycle. But what you can do is you can change the spin speed if you want to. You can go all the way down to a no spin option, so that would in theory just drain the water out, but no spin. You have got the option, so if you wanted to rinse as well, then just select that one. Again, you can't change the temperature because it's not heating the water at all for this program, but yet again you can change the spin speed if you want to, again down to the no spin option. The final program for just the washing is called shirts. That can be a really good program. So if you're washing things like shirts or blouses, then what they do is they wash and they agitate in a different way to some of these normal programs around here. But what you'll find with that is that the maximum temperature is up to 60 degrees, and it is a smaller load, so it's only up to 3 kilograms. But personally I think for some of these specialised programs that's more than enough. So the next options on here, you'll find the blue ones enable the drying process as well. So first of all it says cotton dry as we're working our way around. Now you will find on this that this washer dryer has got something called sensor dry. So I mean that's a really good option. It's something even on standard tumble dryers I always recommend sensor dry, because what it will do is it will detect the moisture content within the clothes, and it will actually either increase or decrease the time depending on how dry you want it. That's an ongoing process throughout the drying. So as it shows to start with, it's at 3 hours 20, which I suppose for some people you're thinking that's quite a long program, and clearly what it would do, because of the sensor, then it will adjust that time anyway. You have got different options here. So I know you put your clothes in, say your cotton items, but what you can do is you can select how dry you want everything. So the first option is extra dry. Personally I think you don't always need to go to the extra dry option. I suppose what I would do is if you press the button again, then that just goes down to the normal cupboard dry. Personally I think the clothes are normally dry enough to take out and hang up or put away as you need, and again that just shaves off around 20 odd minutes. The next option, if you press that again, is called iron dry, and again that reduces the time, but what you'll find with that program is that it does leave everything slightly damp. Now I know some of you are thinking, well, I want my clothes to be dry, and that's okay, but if you're tumble drying things like shirts or blouses and you're going to iron them pretty much straight away, then that could be a really good option to use. Because what you'll find is it can be a lot easier to iron clothes when they are slightly damp. If you carry on pressing it, then you have got the manual time selection. Now for some people you just want to put something in for half an hour, or an hour and a half, or 2.5 hours, then you've got that option there. So just carry on pressing that button, and then it just goes back to the first selection of the extra dry that we'd opted for earlier. The next one on here is the synthetic, and similar to the cotton, you're limited to around normally around 3 kilograms that you could put in for that program. Now the next option on here is called the Antiology Wash and Dry, and what you'll find is that first of all it has really increased the time of the program. You're up to around 5 hours here, so it really is quite a long program, but this is doing the washing and drying process. It is up to a maximum of 2 kilograms. But the main beauty of this program is it will actually apply a steam step at the beginning of the program. And what it will do is it allows basically the program to soften the dirt easily. So if you have got something that is, I suppose, pretty dirty, and if things like the Antiology option is quite a good idea for you, then that could be a really good program. The next option on here is the 4 kilogram wash and dry. And as it says, you can put up to 4 kilograms of clothes in there, and as I mentioned earlier, although you've got a 7 kilogram maximum washing load, if you are going to wash and dry everything together, then really the maximum load you can put in is 4 kilograms. When we're talking about weights of clothes, it's always a dry weight, so it's always 4 kilograms of dry clothes. But again, you'll find it's around 4 hours. To do a wash and dry process, personally I don't think that's too bad, and that Again, you can change the drying if you want to. So if you wanted it extra dry, then that's up to around 4.5 hours, or for the standard, I suppose, cupboard dry, just over 4 hours. And again, you can change the temperature on that, so it goes up to a maximum of 60 degrees. And then the final program on here is called Wash and Wear, and this could be a lifesaver for some parents. What this will enable you to do is to put clothes in, and it will go through the washing and drying process in under an hour. Now you can see here it's showing 40 minutes. That's for 1/2 kilogram of clothes. So in theory that's probably around a couple of shirts. So it's not a lot, but you will find if you put a 1 kilogram of laundry in here, then that increases the time to around an hour. So, but again, I suppose the example I normally use is the kid's uniform or the kid's sports kit, something like that, where you need it done in a hurry. And to be able to do that in an hour, personally I think is a brilliant idea. And then it just goes to switching the machine off at the top here. The main other things to mention, you've got the time delay. So if you've got things like economy 7 at home, where you've got cheap electricity during the night, then you can actually press this button and this just delays the start of the program. So it goes up to 24 hours there, and then it goes back to the standard program. I've already mentioned about this, where you can download some of the programs. And then you've got the start and pause. You've got the pause option, and I suppose this is quite good. So when you start the program, what you'll find is that if you've, say, left a sock on the floor, you could just pause it. As long as the water hasn't started to come in, then you can just open the door, pop the sock in, and then carry the machine on. I'll just quickly show you the energy label on this machine. As you can see, there are 2 energy ratings. So you've got one side for the washing, and then the other side for the tumble drying side. At D and E ratings, I'd say around this price point, that's not bad. I suppose really I'd recommend comparing it to other machines, and what you will find is that actually a D and an E rating isn't as bad as you think. Some people want to buy a machine that's into the B's and A, but you can find that some of those are very, very expensive to get up those energy ratings. I'd normally recommend having a look at the kilowatt hours per 100 cycles. Again, you will find that sometimes by paying a little bit more for a washing machine can save you quite a bit of money, but that's really another conversation. And again, it shows you the things like the water consumption and also the noise level at the bottom. So you've got 76 decibels, which is rated at B. So again, that's not too bad. I'll just show you around the back of the washer-dryer. For some people, if you're installing it yourself, this could be quite useful. So first of all, you've got the waste pipe on the left-hand side here. You've got the mains just at the bottom. And as far as the water connection, that's just at the top right. You do get a new pipe with it. It is recommended to either use a new pipe, or if you're going to use an existing pipe, then at least take the washer out of here and put that into the old pipe, just to give it a much better seal. The other thing to mention are that you've got the transit bolts here. You have got a little label here saying remove all transit bolts. That's really, really important. If you don't remove the transit bolts, then it can, or it will, damage the machine, and that won't be covered under any manufacturer's warranty. If you are thinking of buying one of these machines, I have provided a link below to show you where to get one at a competitive price. I hope you enjoyed this quick video on the Beko WDL742441W washer-dryer. All I'd normally say is please give us a thumbs up, click subscribe to my YouTube channel, leave any comments below. I'd always ask for comments, whether it's good or bad, about the video. If you've got any questions on the washer-dryer, then we've got one on display, so just ask away. Also, I did mention earlier that I'm just testing a new microphone, this one here. I would appreciate it if you let me know what you thought of the sound quality, because I am testing this at the moment, just trying different scenarios. Also, if you have got one of these washer-dryers, then let me know what you think about it, because I'd always appreciate the feedback. Thanks for watching.